Peace, everybody. Now, no, I'm late, but I'm going to continue on the How to Rectify the Day series, starting out, well, not starting out with, but leaving off with what we were doing. We were leaving off with Wednesday going into Thursday, so now we're on Thursday. Okay, so let's get into it. So, Thursday is naturally ruled by the planet Jupiter, and the planet Jupiter is a fire and a water-esque planet, because not Saturn, but Jupiter rules Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, and is also mutable fire. So mutable fire is going to be dealing with the energies of you are going to be able to see other people's perspective and other people's creative abilities and everything, because fire is going to be dealing with, it's like, fire is an image and everything like that, and it's heat and everything like that. So if you've ever played in a band, or if you've ever played music, or if you've ever been in the studio, or if you've ever done like hip-hop vocals, or if you've ever made music on a beat machine, there's this sense of heat, and there's this sense of like, this like sweat, what I'm saying, that like gets to build up whenever, you get to going about your expressions. So that would be mutable fire. So that's not you creating a new vision, or you creating something from scratch and making it new and everything, and it's not the campfire, and it's not you being fixated, and it's not everybody gathered around to only see your particular vision and everything, but this is like the stars, the little light, all the lights you see in the sky. It's like everybody's vision. It's like this is why Sagittarius is known as the wisdom sign, or the guru and everything, or traveling, because you're traveling to different locations to see different images and different sceneries and everything. But that's just one way to look at it. Jupiter is also a water-based planet, based upon it ruling Pisces, and it also being exalted in Cancer. Now, Jupiter ruling Pisces, this is the receiving, this is the feminine side of Jupiter. This is the aspect of Jupiter where we're going to be playing out like how Jupiter is like playing out mutable expressions and everything, like other people's creative abilities. With Jupiter in Pisces, Jupiter is going to be able to adapt with other people's vibrations, or the way other people conduct themselves emotionally, and also the way people conduct themselves in a way of connecting with vibes and dreams, and in a lot of different ways, because that's the energy of the 12th house. Jupiter is a very dreamy-esque planet energy, because we're dealing with the peace, love, harmony energy when we come into the Piscean archetype. A lot of that is also due to Neptune co-ruling Pisces, and then also Venus being exalted there too. That energy of appreciation and that energy of aesthetics, and the five senses is exalted. So it's kind of like it's like that extra long lost hippie can be kind of exalted, and as long as you know how to regulate the energies and everything like that of yourself, because I'm saying wherever planet you have like energies of like Pisces, or if you had a planet in Gemini, but like the archetype would be Mercury is at home here and Jupiter is away here. So if you had like Mars in Gemini or something, you would still be passionate about communications, but you would not be so passionate about wanting to see the broad perspective of a particular situation. And then that would also lead into different energies. If you had like a planet in Sagittarius opposing this Mars in Gemini, like if you had Saturn in anyway, that's a whole, we're not talking about alignments, we're talking about Jupiter, and we're talking about Thursday and everything. Thor's day, Thor, the hammer and everything, bringing down into reality. Also the gavel, that could be also known as the gavel in a lot of different ways. This is why Jupiter, the 9th house in a lot of different ways, rules higher justice in a lot of different ways, and because it's the higher meaning and reasoning of a particular situation. This is you looking at the broad. This is why it's ruled by the archer and like the bow and arrow. You shoot the arrow, and then it makes the arc, and then you be able to see the broad horizon of. You're able to see the broad horizon of a particular situation and everything. One second. You're able to see the broad horizon of a particular situation with Sagittarius and everything, with it ruling the higher justice system and everything. But when we get into Jupiter and Pisces, we're going to be dealing with, like I said, the expansion, because Jupiter also rules expansion. Jupiter rules wisdom. Jupiter rules learning, the way that you learn, not necessarily the things that you like gain information in as far as like books, but kind of like the process that you go through to actually absorb the actual information that you're learning and everything. That's the natural archetype with Gemini and Sagittarius playing out each other. And then also, when Jupiter is in Pisces, this is going to be playing out to where, okay, let's get into like physical aspects now. Jupiter rules the thighs, you know what I'm saying, like the energy that gets you moving, you know what I'm saying, being able to move your legs and thrust your legs to have strong abilities to be able to walk long distances and everything. So this is also why Jupiter rules the travel and energy too. Well, Sagittarius in the ninth house, because the ninth house rules the thighs, like I said, and like, you know, the this aspect right here, from like this area to my kneecap right here, that would be Sagittarius right there and everything like that. That's actually where the glyph comes from, as far as like the arrow and the line at the bottom represents the kneecap and everything, or the end of the knee. And then also, so that's like that further proves like the travel and, you know, going to distant lands energy that the ninth house in Jupiter plays out. So anytime we're playing out Thursday energies, this is a good time to kind of just go with the flow and travel. Also, that's going into the Piscean archetype of traveling inwardly and going within yourself, because Pisces rules the feet. But not even just in the way of walking, because that just adds further proof to the travel and energy of Jupiter in general and everything, as far as, you know, the planets that it rules and the signs of the body that it rules, but also internally, the expansion of your dreams and everything like that. So, you know, whenever we get into, or just like the traveling inwardly within yourself, and just kind of like, you know, Jupiter is also ruling the things that you experience. And Jupiter plays out energies where you expand your vibrations and everything. This is like you're going with the flow, especially if you're starting to feel an emotional sense, because Jupiter is also exalted in fourth house, which is the heart. So whenever you're playing out an energy where Jupiter is being exalted into your fourth house and everything, or just like the heart space in general, this is where it's exalted. This is like the place, this is like the carnival this is the movie theater, this is the arcade, this is the pizza place, this is Chuck E. Cheese for a child and everything. You can play out all those different aspects and everything. So what that means is that's like Jupiter, like, so whenever you're playing out the energy of being in Thursday and everything, these are going to be aspects that play out heavily and everything. There's going to be heavy emphasis of, you know, putting more meanings onto things that are dealing with the heart space and everything. So whenever we're dealing with a Thursday-esque energy, you may be finding yourself in situations where domestic issues may be brought up, and there may be people like around you, or you may be trying to find the meaning and reasoning, or trying to, you know, come to a broad conclusion about things that are going on close to the heart, or things of domestic issues, man. Depending on your spirit and depending on how comfortable you are going with the particular experiences, it's on you. But just know that with Jupiter ruling Sagittarius, so meaning and resonance, Jupiter ruling Pisces, so, oh, and also another point I wanted to get to. Jupiter ruling the feet. The feet, whenever you're about to, now unless you go head first and everything when you're diving into the water, normally whenever you get into the water, the first part of your body that goes in first is the feet and everything. So Pisces is the first energy that deals with the vibrational energy and everything. So this is like the epitome of going with the flow and everything, because it's the first energy to dive deep into the water and everything and have to play out that particular energy of going with the flow and everything. Because this is the first that goes in, it has no choice. It has no choice but to take the lead and to, be the fish that, leads the way, and be able to, lead the fish to go into one particular vibration and everything, and not go the other way and get eaten by the sharks, aka them thinking that they have a goal set for them, but it's an illusion, and then they see a shark about to eat their ass and everything. And then, Jupiter being exalted in the heart space, like I said, you have to be careful that, you take care of your heart and everything like that. Make sure that you keep your heart protected and everything on a Thursday and everything, and make sure you even and you're going to already have strong conviction and a meaning why, you kept this thing a secret, and why other people may look at you odd depending on how the situation plays out. Now, colors that rule Thursday would be playing out orange, because the Sagittarian energy, when we get to the orange energy, we start to play out this movement energy and everything like that, or the travel and energy and everything like that. Think about a sunset. Think about when you're traveling on a highway and you see the bright orange horizon, and even the sun. The sun will have this bright orange tint to it. But this is like also the most comfortable space whenever you are traveling. Not necessarily when the sun is highly exalted in the sky, like in Aries, in that red energy of Mars and everything. Not when you see all that and everything. And also not Leo, where it's just right in your face. It's like, hey, look at me. You can't even see the road that you're traveling on. But that orange energy, because that would be more so yellow with Leo. Yellow, Leo. So that even makes sense even in itself. Yes, the color yellow does rule Leo, and the color red does rule Aries, and the color orange rules Sagittarius. So that's like those color spectrums are so close to each other in the spectrum ray that it makes sense that those fire signs rule those three particular colors. And then once we get into, so like I said, orange. So if you wear orange shirts, but like I said, that orange horizon when you're driving on the highway with the sunset, that's the most comfortable state of being you could be in whenever you're traveling on the highway. Or if you're on a plane too, or on a boat, it doesn't matter. Now, when we get into energies of away planets, well, okay, first of all, the colors. Another color would be the Piscean energy, which would be the ocean blue color and everything, because Pisces would, like I said, when you put your feet into the water, you're putting your feet into the ocean blue ocean and everything. So this is the surface of the ocean. That's the color that it would represent, that aqua blue energy and everything. So, you know what I'm saying? Just that alone rules the energy of Pisces in general. So, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you wear light blue colors, teal colors, aquamarine based colors, even using aquamarine crystals and using shit like carnelian or even like dark citrine and shit like that. That would help for the the Thursday energy as well and everything. And then also with exaltation, you know, if you start to wear this dark blue, navy blue, kind of like ocean blue, kind of like, you know, like dark blue and everything. Like with the Piscean energy, it's kind of like the sun shining on to the water and everything like that in the bright, glimacing aqua blue ocean. But the Cancer is like when the clouds are, you know, blocking the sun out, and you just see the dark, rich blue colors of the ocean and the waves crashing onto the surface and everything. That would be the Cancerian exaltated energy that you would play out if you wanted to protect your heart space with the Jupiter being exalted here and everything. Wearing colors like that would make perfect sense. Then when we start to get into numbers, we're going to be dealing with 9, which is the 9th house. So that in itself, you know, anytime you use 9 energy, this is going to be dealing with higher learning energy. This is going to be dealing with ascension-based energies, whether you're ascending your mind and as far as dealing with broad philosophical points of views or the broad horizon of a particular situation. And then also we're going to be dealing with 12, the 12th house. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So you're going to be, you know, this is 1, which is, you know, yourself. This is, you are the 1, 2, 1, and yourself, you related to one another, and then it being something that you can become surrounded in, and then something that you can take with you on your day-to-day basis as something that you know about and that you're familiar with. And then also energies of the 4th house, the exaltation, so the 4 energies, so the 4, even the 4 corners. You don't want to find yourself in a situation where you feel boxed in on a Thursday and everything, because Thursday is dealing with higher morals, so you don't want to be in a situation where people think that your meanings of things is stupid and everything. So be careful of that. Now, real quickly, Jupiter is away in the arm space, the 3rd house, so don't be in too much situations where you're expanding too much on things that you already know. Go out and do something different on a Thursday and everything like that. Now also, the nervous system, Virgo, the 6th house. Jupiter's away here also. Don't be too nervous. Kind of just like I said, just go with the flow. Don't be too anxious. That's why I feel so kind of wild, because the